think I have plenty of dreams and light in my life. So my glass was half empty, but you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. I'm super excited you guys picked my video to get you guys motivated and in the cleaning mood. In today's Clean With Me, we are doing, like always, a ton of cleaning, a lot of deep cleaning and just tidying up the house. Honestly, a little bit of everything. I am starting in the bedroom because I wanted to clean my sheets as well as my mattress protector. But then we are going to move on to the kitchen since that really needed to get done. But I first want to take a minute to thank Blueland for partnering up with me on today's video. You guys have probably already heard of Blueland. They are a super awesome cleaning company. I currently have their foaming hand soap. So the big reason I really like Blueland is they don't have any single-use bottles. So you buy the bottle once and then you just buy the refills. Now these tablets are super small, so it's easy to stock up on them. If you're anything like me, you go through a ton of cleaning product. But they also cost far less than buying new cleaning product every time you need to replace it. Their tablets are right around $2 and even less if you buy them in bulk. And it's nice that they have all these different products like their glass cleaner, their multi-purpose spray, all the different cleaning products you need with simple and convenient refill options. I love that you don't need to worry about their ingredients. They don't use ammonia, chlorine bleach, or any parabens. So they are definitely something that I don't need to worry about using in my house with my kids and my animals. If you guys are interested in checking out Blueland, all you have to do is click on my link below and you will get 20% off. This is definitely something you do not want to miss out on. It's not something that I usually see with them. But a big thanks to Blueland for sponsoring today's video.
Far away from the city lights. We're far away from the city lights, so the small lines are
Here I'm just working on the kitchen because I knew I wanted, like I said, to get my sheets washed and the mattress protector, and I figured I would go up after I was all done doing that to finish up the bedroom. Normally, I do have a second set of sheets and I just change it right away, but in this situation, it made no sense since I had to clean the mattress protector anyway, and I only have one mattress protector. Plus, there's something about, like, fresh sheets in general are really nice, but fresh sheets just out of the washer and dryer are amazing. So if I had to do the mattress protector anyway, it just made sense for me to wait to make the bed until it was all done. So going around, cleaning up the kitchen, waiting for all of that to be done. The kitchen wasn't crazy bad, but it definitely needed to tidy up. The typical breakfast and lunch cleanup time. You guys have been asking me to try the Power Paste from Scrub Daddy. So I did finally get my hands on it, and I'm going to be trying that some more. I'm still not sure if I'm using it correctly. I feel like it's really hard compared to the cream cleansers, which I guess it makes sense that it is a little bit stiffer of a product. But I'm wondering if it's supposed to be, I don't know. I was using a wet sponge. That definitely helped. But I still feel like I like the cream cleansers more than the Power Paste. I don't know if maybe that's just because I'm using it wrong. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But I did have this one burnt on area that would not come off. If you guys ever have this on your glass stove, highly recommend getting just a little razor blade and scraping it on an angle, not straight, and it'll help get up any tough areas without scratching your stove.
When you're dancing like that, with that shirt and that hat, God, I need just one more drink to calm down. Ooh, you know I need
So I often get asked what I am using to clean the different areas. And right here, I'm just using my Thieves Cleaner. Thieves Cleaner, as much as you guys know, I love using different cleaning products just because I think it makes cleaning more interesting to have a supply of different kinds. My Thieves Cleaner is like my go-to. If I'm just trying to get stuff done, I'll grab for that because I know it can be used on so many different surfaces that it's pretty much a one bottle and done.
Secret tattoo. Maybe I get one too. You and me can start a whole new chapter. Oh, when you smile at me, I can feel the whole world turning. Oh, girl, you're one of a kind. I just can't get you off my mind, baby. We'd be unsure.
So the other thing I'm doing a lot of right now, especially with our upcoming move, is trying to use down all my products. I haven't been buying any new products. Just trying to use what I currently have. That way we aren't moving open bottles. I usually don't mind having a bunch of different open things because, like I said, I like using different stuff and it's just something I really enjoy. But I know it's not something we want to do after with moving across the country. So I have been slowly working on getting rid of stuff. I've also been, so I'm usually someone that if I buy something and I don't love it, I'll still use it just so I'm not wasting it. But as I've been going through different areas of the house, if there's a product I have not used in the past year, I have been either giving it to family or getting rid of it, depending on what it is, because I'm not going to move something that I was keeping purely for the sake of keeping it so I didn't feel like I was wasting it. So I have been doing a ton of that. It's a great thing about moving is it is the perfect time to declutter if you need to declutter because you're going through everything anyway with packing and getting everything ready. So highly recommend if you are moving, take your time to pack. Give yourself the correct amount of time to get it done. That way you can thoroughly declutter because it's going to make unpacking when you get to your new place so much easier.
Oh, baby, baby, good at thinking out loud, but not too good at keeping promises. No. Oh, did you fool yourself enough to be proud? Oh, baby, baby, good at thinking. Even though your mama told you be the best that you can, she never warned you for the monsters dancing in your head. The devil.
In one of my last videos, I had someone ask me what I use in my dyad, this little mop vacuum. I just use hot water. That is all I put in mine, and it works really, really well. I still love this just for the daily cleanup of my floors, to be able to do a quick mopping and vacuum all at the same time, especially in the kitchen. The kitchen is just the place that gets, obviously, the dirtiest between me cooking and the kids eating in here, the dogs, everything. To just have the one step of pulling this out and doing a quick cleanup, that's what happens most days. Yes, though there are the days that I am more thorough and I get my mop out and my actual vacuum and do all of that. But on a regular, just trying to tidy up, this is so simple and easy and does a really good job. I don't need to worry about adding any product to it. Like I said, just hot water, and it does a phenomenal job with my floors.
I don't need to tell you. Hey, don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder.
I know that's gross, that's just from the kitchen, but that's just real life of kids and animals and everything. Our floors get dirty. It's real life. So never feel like guilty that your house is dirty because it happens. It's real life, and there is nothing to be ashamed of. I also like how easy this is to clean out. I literally just rinse it after I'm using it. I rinse the filter. I rinse the basin. The nice thing is the rollers, I do clean them about once a month, but it has a self-cleaning mode. And then you can see it catches pretty much all the extra debris in the canister. That way you don't need to worry about it going into your toilet or wherever you dump it out. But once the washer and dryer was done, I just went back upstairs just to mainly tidy up my room. It didn't need too much, the typical vacuuming and dusting, but I really wanted to get in our bathroom and give it a good cleaning, and the boys' bathroom. The boys' bathroom definitely was at a point where it needed to thoroughly get done. The Bjorn had recently taken a bath for his eczema, and when he does an eczema bath, it's like olive oil and a bunch of different stuff. So the bathtub was kind of grimy. Other than baths for when his eczema is flaring up, they don't really use their shower. They're always in our bathroom. But whenever he takes a bath, obviously that's the only bath in our house, so that's where he goes. Our shower is always much easier to clean because I purposely keep cleaning supplies in my shower. That way, whenever I take a shower, I give it a quick scrub down, and I'm never needing to like really scrub it, except for maybe once a month I go in and give it like a deep thorough clean. Otherwise, my Dawn and lavender, I'm allergic to lavender, not lavender. My Dawn and vinegar normally does a really good job at maintaining the shower.
Somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way. Show me a way to somewhere. Nothing from the past can hurt us anymore. We're free of what we lost. Not anything or anyone.
I also wanted to show my diffuser setup real quick. I always have people ask what my go-to oils are, and this combination I actually recently found. My mom sent it to me on Pinterest. So it's the jasmine, and then I also add rosemary, and then just a little lemongrass, and it is amazing. It's that perfect fresh scent without being like overbearing, but it just gives your house a really fresh scent, not like you're trying to cover it up. She sent me this when we listed our house because I'm like, I want to use something, but I'm afraid if I didn't want something that was too overbearing and had people thinking, what are they trying to cover up? And I tried this combo, and it's one of my favorite combos right now. So if you guys love essential oils and you have those oils, definitely recommend that combination. Here, I want more out of life. The longer we stay here, our boots get stuck in the mud. Let's pack up a life, baby, and call it a night. 'Cause the longer we stay here, the harder the fight. I said, hey, yeah, call it a start by leaving behind what's breaking
I said, hey, yeah, 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 follow the spark. Ain't nothing but a one way.
Our weather has been so gloomy here lately. Oh, it's been multiple days in a row that we have had rain and clouds and everything. It definitely makes me excited for our move, especially when even my realtor's like, oh yeah, we're just doing lunch outside. It's beautiful out today. And I'm just like, oh, that's why we want to be down there is the beautiful weather. So these past couple of days, even though it's been a little bit nicer weather-wise, it hasn't been quite so frigidly cold, I would like to see the sun again. So if any of you southern people would like to share some of the sunshine with us Wisconsinites, we would greatly appreciate. I'm pretty sure all of us are ready for the sun to come back out.
Ain't nothing but a one way.
Also, this is my Shark Duo. You guys often see me with my Roborock stick vacuum. Love that thing. It's so easy and convenient. But I believe when it comes to a corded vacuum, corded vacuums always have more power than a stick vacuum. It's like tools. A battery-powered tool is never going to be as strong as a corded tool. But my Shark Duo is my go-to vacuum. If you have a combination house of carpeting and hard surface floors, go with a Shark Duo. If you have just carpeted floors, I would recommend the water vacuum that I have, the Quantum X. That thing is amazing. If you guys know what a rainbow vacuum is, if it's one of those vacuums that if you know, you know, the Quantum X is the same concept as the rainbow for far less expensive, but it is amazing with just carpeted areas. I don't love it on my hard surfaces, but on my carpeted surfaces, it is the best. And then if you just have hard surfaces houses, I tell people all the time, you could probably get away with just a stick vacuum. I don't think you need a corded vacuum unless you have those carpeted areas. So just my little opinion. People are always asking, and it's always hard because I always have to say it really, really does depend on your home and what's going to work best. I obviously have a combination house, but I also love my stick vacuum. So I have a little bit of everything. I am kind of a vacuum hoarder, but I get away with it because this is my job and you guys like to have my opinion of different cleaning products. So I can at least take my obsession with different cleaning products and use it in a way that works out. So that sounds so horrible. But if you guys ever have questions, just message me on Instagram. I'm always answering questions over there because often I'm going to have questions for you to be able to actually thoroughly answer your questions. If you guys are asking about shampooers or vacuums or cleaning products, there's a lot of different things. Because even when it comes to like an all multi-purpose spray, I love multi-purpose sprays that are really strong scented, and I know there's a lot of people that can't stand those. So always feel free to message me. It's just living_with Cambriea on Instagram, and I will always answer your questions right over there. A couple of videos back, I showed the half bath that's downstairs, and on the shelves I have a couple extra toilet paper rolls, and I always like to make them look pretty since they're kind of on display. But I got a ton of questions about how I make the flowers, so I wanted to do just a quick little showing of it here. It's super simple. You just take 3 of the squares, scrunch them up, and then you layer them on top of each other like a flower, and then you do the little faucet stamping trick, and it holds it right on there. Now you can stamp them individually onto your toilet paper roll if you notice that they're not sticking well. But I normally notice that as long as I make sure that the faucet, I let run for a while so I had a decent amount of moisture on it, it works well. But I do love doing this just as like a little pretty thing. I'm sure the boys are going to be like, what did mom do when they went to bathroom? But it's really pretty and it's something simple. If, like I said, if you keep toilet paper out on display, that way it's easy for your guests to find if they run out. It's a nice little just, instead of just having a roll of toilet paper there. I don't know. It's simple, but I really enjoy doing it. Plus, honestly, TikTok just got me. I've seen a lot of toilet paper tricks on TikTok, and then I always want to try them out. I'm also always getting asked about washing my cleaning rags. So my big thing with washing cleaning rags is adding vinegar. So vinegar has the properties to break down uric acid. So if you are cleaning up after your kids' clothing, like Freya's clothing is always washed in vinegar, their bedding, cleaning cloths, anything like that, throw some vinegar in the load. It helps break up the uric acid. It's also a disinfectant. It's also a deodorizer, and it can also be used as a fabric softener. So vinegar is amazing, which is why I always have multiple gallons of vinegar on hand, and is great for your laundry, especially when you are dealing with laundry that needs a little bit extra attention. So I'm lifting up all the furniture off the ground because I wanted to go in and clean a lot of the furniture. But I figured while I was cleaning the furniture, I would run my robot vacuum. This thing I love running behind me, especially I know which rooms it cleans first. So in this situation, I knew once the dining room and the kitchen were cleaned up, I could move on to the family room, clean up Freya's mess here. As you can see, she had literally all of her toys out this day. And normally she cleans up right before bed, but she was exhausted this day and there was no time for cleanup. It was just straight to bed because we were having meltdown after meltdown. So I wanted to go in, tidy up, but I like doing it in this way. That way when I'm all done, it's just done. If I do it in a certain order, I know I'm going to be able to have it all done before having to go and get the boys from school. I knew these sofas need to be cleaned regularly. Even though the dogs aren't allowed on it, we do allow the kids to eat on here, and it just is what it is. When you're a family with 3 kids, 2 dogs, things need attention more often than if you're single with no kids, or maybe you have kids but you don't have animals. Everyone has different situations. So in my life, cleaning the furniture and making sure it's really clean and not just surface clean has to be done a lot more often.
We learn to fight. Sooner or later, we can be
All right, so the other thing you guys have been asking a ton about is, of course, our move and if we have found a house yet. So we are in the process of looking. We weren't really looking before because we had to get the financing. And to get the financing, we had to sell this house first. So it didn't even make sense, especially this market is insane. Things are not staying on the market for long if they're priced appropriately. So we were waiting for financing to really start looking, but we have been looking a lot more. We finally have our financing figured out. I did, though, want to share a little tip that I learned and didn't know. So if you guys are looking for houses and you didn't know this, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint that I learned from my loan officer as well as my realtor in Florida and my sister, who is my realtor up here. If you are getting a pre-approval letter and you can have your lender do underwriting right away, have them do it. I have been told by everyone that when you make your offer, is like same as cash. So if you are trying to give yourself a little leg up in the market right now, which is very, very competitive, try and get your lender to do your underwriting right away so that when you make an offer on a house, they can put in that it's already gone through underwriting and there's no worries about it being a loan. At that point, the only thing they have to worry about is the appraisal. And let's be honest, if the house doesn't appraise for high enough, you probably don't want to spend that much on it anyway. So just something that I learned. I told people as I learned stuff that I would share it over here. And that's one of the things that I learned is if you can get the underwriting done ahead of time, it'll give you a huge leg up in today's market.
You always try too hard to hide it. You make it easier each day. If I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through. If I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through.
So I was doing a quick go around with the shampooer and then spraying and letting the different areas sit with the soap on it just so it could really work its way into the fibers and get it really, really clean. I love this little handheld carpet shampooer, which everything I try to link in my description below. So if you guys are interested, check out down there. But I love having the clear head to actually see the dirty water come up because I can then go over it multiple times until it's all coming up clean and know when I've actually done a really good and thorough job. Like this footstool, I always go over it 2 or 3 times, but I don't like to overly saturate, which is why I go over it multiple times. You never want to have it like really soak into the cushions and stuff. I'm just looking to get the fibers wet, which is why I do multiple passes to make sure I get it wet, I let it sit, and then I soak up as much moisture as possible before re-wetting it and re-cleaning it. So one thing to keep in mind if you guys are ever nervous, I do the same things with my rugs. If I go over them multiple times, I make sure as much of the water from the first go around is cleaned up as possible.
Well, maybe it was fate or a part of his plan. Giving me you was like giving me another chance. Thank God that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing for someone out there to love. All those little moments, goodbyes you didn't catch me looking over my shoulder just at the right time. Those little moments all led me to you. Only God knew about all those little moments. We keep on drinking, we keep on wishing. We keep on drinking, we keep on wishing. We keep on drinking, we keep on wishing. We keep on drinking, we keep on wishing.
The other thing I love about this Hoover is it has multiple different heads for it. So on these chairs, I liked the big one for the sofa, but on these chairs, I really needed the smaller head to just clean them better. So I like being able to change out depending on what I'm cleaning. This little head makes it a lot easier with the tufting to actually pull up the water. I feel like the bigger head when you're dealing with tufting an area, it isn't being put down far enough to soak up as much. I really don't know exactly why it works, but in this situation, the smaller head worked so much better. I love having it to be able to clean these chairs, especially because I love my upholstered chairs. And I like that they're light upholstery, but obviously the kids, as clean as I try and keep them, they're still children. They're still going to get their little chocolate fingers or whatever all over it. So I like not having to stress out about it, knowing that I can go in, spend a little bit of time to quickly clean it up, and the chairs look good as new, but I don't have to sacrifice my style. That is always my goal when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to decorating, is I don't want to have to stress about my kids, but I also don't want to have to sacrifice what I like. So this makes life so much easier, and I'm never stressing about the kids spilling something because I know I can go in super quick, clean it up, and the chairs will look good as new.
Much fun. I don't wanna lose your love. I've been wishing on the stars above. If I go back in time far enough, I know that I would find you. Those lazy days where we would sit out on the pier. The sky was wide open and everything was crystal clear. Anything that you would tell me, I just couldn't wait to hear. And we'd soak up the sun, smiling ear to ear. 'Cause it felt so right, having you by my side. I would never waste your time or mine.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That is one way you guys can really help out my channel, is when you guys give these videos a like and a comment. It really helps push my videos in the algorithm. So I really appreciate whenever you guys do that for me. Also, if you are new here, I would love if you would subscribe. I do these cleaning content on a regular basis, and I am super excited about our move to Florida, where I will obviously still have cleaning content, but I'm going to have decorating content, possibly remodeling content, depending on what type of house we get. We still don't know if we're going to do a fixer-upper or a new home. So lots of fun things to come. Also, make sure you check out my description below and check out Blueland for yourself. Like I said, this offer is amazing, and if you have been thinking about it, it's the perfect time to test them out for yourself. But I won't keep you guys any longer, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!